When the power goes out, it doesn't send a warning. One storm, one snapped line, and suddenly your home, the place you trust, becomes a cold, dark trap. For anyone over 55, that's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous. The cold sets in faster. Navigating a pitch-black hallway, that's a fall waiting to happen. And the food in your fridge, say goodbye to it overnight. We've seen it before: Texas freezes, Midwest ice storms. Younger folks might tough it out, but seniors, they pay the steepest price. Here's the truth no one talks about. Staying safe isn't about luck, it's about being prepared. And the gear you need, it's not fancy or expensive. It's simple, affordable, and often ignored. Stick around, because I'm breaking down 9 survival items every senior needs before the next blackout. Miss one, and you'll regret it. Don't forget to subscribe. This is info you don't want to miss. Personal heat. Rechargeable hand warmers. When the power cuts out in the dead of winter, most people panic and make the same mistake. They try to heat their entire house. They light candles, pile on blankets, or worse, use unsafe devices indoors. But here's the hard truth. No battery or generator is going to keep 4 walls warm for long. The real fight in a blackout isn't about heating the air around you. It's about keeping your body warm. And for seniors, that's a battle you can't afford to lose. As we age, our circulation slows and our bodies lose heat faster, especially in the extremities. Fingers stiffen, toes go numb, and joints ache. Once your core temperature drops below 98 degrees, your body starts to enter dangerous territory. Hypothermia doesn't hit like a hammer. It creeps in, 1 degree at a time, dulling your clarity and weakening your muscles. By the time you realize you're in trouble, it's often too late. That's why rechargeable hand warmers and other wearable heat sources are a game changer. These devices don't waste energy trying to heat an entire room. Instead, they deliver warmth exactly where you need it. Your hands, feet, chest, and spine. Modern rechargeable hand warmers are no gimmick. Many models can run for 6 to 8 hours on a single charge, providing steady, reliable heat throughout the night. Heated vests and socks powered by tool batteries or power banks are equally effective, offering targeted warmth that keeps your core temperature stable. The best part, these devices are flexible. When one battery pack runs out, you can swap it for another. You can even share a single unit among family members, passing it from hand to hand like a lifeline. This adaptability makes them invaluable during extended outages. Some people assume that only a generator or a big heater counts as real preparation. But ask anyone who's spent a powerless night in sub-freezing temperatures. Small, targeted heat sources can buy you precious time. Time to think, time to rest, and time to survive until the power comes back on. Rechargeable hand warmers are compact, easy to recharge, and most importantly, they heat you, not the house. For seniors, that's the difference between a cold, miserable night and one you can actually endure. 2. Heat retention. Thermal emergency curtains. When the power goes out in winter, most people focus on generating heat, whether it's through a fireplace, a generator, or a space heater. But here's what most don't realize. The real battle isn't about making heat, it's about keeping the heat you already have. And for seniors, that distinction can mean the difference between a lovable home and a freezing one. Older bodies lose warmth faster, and poor circulation makes it harder to stay warm. A house that feels chilly to a younger person can feel downright dangerous to someone over 55. That's where thermal emergency curtains come in. These aren't just decorative window treatments, they're survival tools designed to trap heat where you need it most. The problem is simple. Glass and open spaces bleed heat like a sieve. Even with blankets and layers, the warmth you build indoors leaks out through windows, doorways, and hallways. In fact, the Department of Energy estimates that up to 30% of home heat loss happens through windows alone. In a blackout, every lost degree pulls your body closer to fatigue, confusion, and hypothermia. Thermal emergency curtains are lightweight, reflective barriers made from materials like mylar or layered insulation. They act like survival blankets for your home, trapping heat and blocking drafts. When hung tightly across windows or doorways, they shrink the space you need to keep warm, creating a smaller, more manageable zone. This is especially critical for seniors, who may not have the energy or resources to heat an entire house. Deployment is simple. Keep pre-cut panels stored in a drawer, along with hooks, tape, or tension rods. When the power goes out, hang the curtains tightly against window frames or across unused hallways. Seal the edges as much as possible to prevent drafts. In living rooms or bedrooms, use them to create a smaller, heat-retaining pocket within a larger, drafty space. Seniors who've used thermal curtains during past outages report noticeable temperature improvements within hours, enough to make the night survivable instead of unbearable. Just remember to lift or vent the curtains during daylight to prevent moisture buildup, which can lead to condensation and mold. Thermal emergency curtains are affordable, lightweight, and easy to store. They're not flashy, but they're incredibly effective. When the power fails, they turn a cold, drafty house into a safe, warm shelter. For seniors, that's not just comfort, it's survival. 3. Circulation and strength, compression socks, and hand grips. When people think about survival gear for blackouts, they usually picture flashlights, heaters, or food supplies, but what often gets overlooked, especially for seniors, is the body itself. In cold, stressful conditions, circulation slows, muscles stiffen, and strength drains faster than most people realize. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. For seniors, extended blackouts often mean long hours of sitting still, wrapped in blankets, waiting for the power to return. Immobility during these periods can be as threatening as the blackout itself. Poor circulation in the legs increases the risk of swelling and dangerous blood clots, while stiffness in the hands makes even basic survival tasks like opening a food pack or holding a flashlight much harder. Cold temperatures only make these issues worse, tightening blood vessels and reducing blood flow. That's why compression socks and hand grips are essential tools for any senior's survival kit. Compression socks apply gentle, consistent pressure to the legs, keeping blood moving even when mobility is limited. They're proven to reduce swelling, improve circulation, and lower the risk of clots, vital for seniors during long, inactive periods. Hand grips, on the other hand, help maintain grip strength and dexterity. With just a few squeezes an hour, they keep your hands ready for action. Whether it's striking a lighter, pulling a zipper, or holding a cane, using these tools is simple. Seniors should wear compression socks during extended blackouts, especially at night or when sitting for long stretches. A couple of pairs, rotated and washed, are enough to get through most outages. Hand grips can be kept by a chair or bedside for easy access. Regular use throughout the day, just a few squeezes at a time, keeps blood flowing and muscles active. It's important to note that compression socks must fit correctly. If they're too tight, they can restrict circulation instead of improving it. Seniors with certain vascular conditions should consult a doctor before using them long-term. Hand grips should also match the user's strength level. Start light and focus on steady, repetitive use rather than overexertion. The benefits of these tools are quiet but powerful. They keep blood flowing, reduce swelling, and maintain strength, all of which are critical during a blackout. For seniors, they mean the difference between waiting helplessly and staying strong enough to act. Compression socks and hand grips may not look like traditional survival gear, but in the real test, where the body is the first system under strain, they're two of the most protective tools you can own. 4. Hands-free illumination. Voice-activated light devices. When the power goes out, the first thing you lose isn't heat or food, it's light. Darkness takes over. And suddenly, even the simplest tasks become dangerous. For seniors, this loss of light is more than an inconvenience. It's a serious hazard. Limited mobility, slower reflexes, and weaker grip strength make fumbling for flashlights or switches a recipe for disaster. That's why voice-activated light devices are more than just a modern convenience. They're a survival essential. Most blackout lighting solutions require effort. You have to find a flashlight, carry a lantern, or feel your way to a switch. For seniors dealing with arthritis, neuropathy, or balance issues, these tasks can be risky. Imagine waking up in total darkness, trying to shuffle across the room to find a light source, only to trip over furniture or lose your footing. Falls in the dark are one of the leading blackout-related injuries for older adults, and they can have devastating consequences. Voice-activated light devices eliminate this risk entirely. These rechargeable lamps or bulbs respond to simple spoken commands like light on or turn off. With just your voice, you can illuminate a room without lifting a finger. Many models are designed to work offline, meaning they don't rely on Wi-Fi or internet connections that might fail during a blackout. Instead, they use built-in microphones or small battery-powered hubs to ensure they function when you need them most. Preparation is key. Before an outage, make sure your devices are fully charged and placed strategically around your home. Keep one in the bedroom, another in the bathroom, and a third in the main living area. Test them regularly to ensure they respond to your voice, even if it's soft or strained. For seniors with hearing aids or weaker voices, look for models with high-sensitivity microphones that can pick up quiet commands. During a blackout, these devices provide more than just light. They offer independence and safety. Seniors can move around their homes without fear of falling, retrieve essential items, or even answer the door without risking injury. The peace of mind that comes with hands-free illumination is invaluable, especially in high-stress situations. In survival, light isn't just about convenience. It's about control. And with voice-activated devices, that control is always within reach. 5. Heat retention shields. Insulated window covers. When the power goes out in winter, most people focus on staying warm with blankets, heaters, and extra layers. But what many don't realize is that one of the biggest culprits of heat loss in a home is the windows. For seniors, this heat loss isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Slower circulation and reduced tolerance to cold make it harder for older adults to stay warm, and a freezing home can quickly become a health hazard. That's why insulated window covers are a must-have for any senior's blackout survival kit. Windows are notorious for letting heat escape. According to the Department of Energy, up to 30% of a home's heat can be lost through its windows. In a blackout, when your furnace or heater is no longer running, this heat loss accelerates. Cold air seeps in, warm air leaks out, and within hours, your living space can feel like an icebox. For seniors, this rapid temperature drop can lead to hypothermia, fatigue, and other cold-related health issues. Insulated window covers act as a barrier, trapping warm air inside and blocking drafts from entering. These covers can be professionally made with layered fabric or improvised using materials like blankets, quilts, or even bubble wrap. The key is to create a snug, sealed fit that prevents air from circulating behind the cover. Even a simple DIY solution can make a significant difference, keeping your home warmer for longer. Preparation is simple, but essential. Before an outage, measure your windows and pre-cut materials to fit each frame. Store these covers along with tape, tension rods, or push pins so they can be deployed quickly when the power goes out. During the day, uncover south-facing windows to let in natural sunlight and warmth, then cover them again at night to retain that heat. Be mindful of condensation, which can build up where warm indoor air meets cold glass. Ventilate your home during the day and dry the covers before storing them to prevent mold or damage. The benefits of insulated window covers are immediate and impactful. They slow heat loss, create a more stable indoor environment, and reduce the strain on your body to stay warm. For seniors, this added layer of protection can mean the difference between a survivable night and a dangerously cold one. In a blackout, every degree of warmth matters, and insulated window covers ensure you keep as much of it as possible. 6. Cooling lifeline, battery-powered fans. When people think about blackout survival, they often picture freezing winters and the struggle to stay warm. But summer blackouts can be just as deadly, if not more so. Without air conditioning, indoor temperatures can skyrocket, turning your home into an oven. For seniors, who are more vulnerable to heat stress and dehydration, this isn't just uncomfortable, it's life-threatening. That's why a battery-powered fan is more than a convenience. It's a critical survival tool. During heat waves, the power grid is often pushed to its limits. Blackouts tend to strike at the worst possible time, leaving homes trapped in stifling, stagnant air. For older adults, this can quickly escalate to heat exhaustion or even heat stroke. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating temperature. Sweating slows, circulation weakens, and the ability to cool down naturally diminishes. Without airflow, every hour in extreme heat increases the risk of serious health complications. Battery-powered fans provide a simple but effective solution. These compact, lightweight devices create airflow that helps your body cool itself more efficiently. Even a small fan can lower the perceived temperature by several degrees, making a sweltering room feel more bearable. Many modern models are rechargeable via USB or solar power, ensuring they remain functional even during extended outages. Some designs also include clip-on options, allowing you to position the fan exactly where you need it, by your bed, chair, or even attached to a walker for mobile comfort. Choosing the right fan is crucial. Look for models with a runtime of at least 8 to 12 hours on a single charge, and ensure they can be powered by multiple sources, such as rechargeable batteries, USB ports, or solar panels. Keep at least 2 fans on hand, along with backup battery packs, so you're never caught unprepared. During a blackout, place fans in areas where seniors spend the most time, such as bedrooms or living room. Pair them with other cooling strategies, like wet cloths or cross-ventilation from open windows at night, to maximize their effectiveness. It's important to remember that fans don't lower the actual temperature. They simply move air to make it feel cooler. Hydration is still critical, so always keep extra bottled water on hand. Avoid cheap, low-quality fans with weak motors or short battery life, as they're likely to fail when you need them most. Test noise levels in advance, especially for seniors with hearing aids or sensitivity to sound. The impact of a battery-powered fan is immediate and life-saving. It restores comfort, reduces the strain on your body, and helps prevent overheating. For seniors, this means safer rest, steadier breathing, and sharper focus during the most sweltering hours. In survival, small tools can make a big difference, and a reliable fan is one of the simplest ways to stay cool and safe until the power comes back on. 7 spare keys. A simple lifeline in emergencies. When preparing for a blackout, most people focus on the obvious flashlights, food, and heat sources. But one of the most overlooked essentials is something so simple it's often forgotten: spare keys. In everyday life, losing a key is an inconvenience. During a blackout, it can quickly escalate into a dangerous situation, especially for seniors who may already face mobility or health challenges. Power outages often disable electronic locks, garage door openers, and keypad systems. If your only way into or out of your home relies on electricity, you could find yourself locked out in the cold or trapped inside without a way to escape. For seniors, this isn't just frustrating, it's potentially life-threatening. Imagine being unable to access your medication, get to safety, or call for help because you can't open a door. Even something as simple as misplacing a key in a dark house can lead to hours of unnecessary stress. The solution is straightforward: make extra copies of all essential keys. This includes keys for your front door, side doors, garage, and even your car. Store these spares in multiple secure locations. A weatherproof lockbox outside your home is a great option, as long as it's hidden and protected with a code. Another spare should go to a trusted neighbor or family member who can assist you in an emergency. Finally, keep a labeled set of keys in your emergency kit so they're always within reach. Preparation doesn't stop at making duplicates. Test every spare key to ensure it works smoothly. Avoid hiding keys in obvious places like under doormats or flower pots. These are the first spots intruders will check. Instead, invest in a high-quality lockbox with a combination code that you can change periodically for added security. The benefits of having spare keys are immediate and significant. You'll never have to worry about being locked out of your home or car during a crisis. You'll have peace of mind knowing you can access critical areas of your home, even if the power is out. In survival situations, simplicity often wins, and spare keys are one of the simplest yet most effective tools you can have. Don't wait until you're stuck in the dark to realize their importance. 8. Motion sensor lights. Navigating safely in the dark. When the power goes out, your home transforms. Familiar spaces like hallways, stairs, and bedrooms suddenly become hazardous. For seniors, this shift is especially dangerous. A single misstep in the dark can lead to a serious fall, broken bones, or even hospitalization. That's why motion sensor lights are a must-have for blackout preparedness. They provide instant hands-free illumination exactly when and where it's needed. Traditional blackout lighting options like flashlights and lanterns require effort. You have to find them, carry them, and position them to light your path. For seniors with limited mobility, arthritis, or balance issues, this can be a challenge. The reality is that most people end up navigating their homes in near total darkness, increasing the risk of tripping over furniture, missing a step, or bumping into walls. Falls are already one of the leading causes of injury for people over 55, and the absence of light only makes the problem worse. Motion sensor lights solve this issue by automatically turning on when they detect movement. These compact, rechargeable devices can be placed in high-risk areas like hallways, staircases, bathrooms, and bedrooms. Unlike candles or traditional lamps, they don't require fumbling for switches or worrying about open flames. The moment you step into a dark space, the light activates, guiding your way and reducing the risk of accident. To prepare, invest in a set of 4 to 6 motion sensor lights. Look for models with long battery life, at least 8 to 12 hours on a single charge, and ensure they're rechargeable via USB or compatible with solar power banks. Place them strategically around your home, prioritizing areas where falls are most likely to occur. Hallways and stairs should be your first focus, followed by bathrooms and kitchens. Test the lights regularly to ensure they're functioning properly and adjust their brightness to avoid glare. Not all motion sensor lights are created equal. Avoid cheap models with weak sensors or short battery life, as they're likely to fail when you need them most. Install the lights low to the ground so they illuminate the floor, minimizing shadows and confusion. The goal is to create a safe, well-lit path that allows seniors to move confidently, even in total darkness. The impact of motion sensor lights is immediate. They provide freedom of movement, reduce hesitation, and eliminate the fear of falling. For seniors, this means safer navigation, greater independence, and peace of mind during a blackout. In survival situations, safety starts with stability, and motion sensor lights are a simple yet powerful way to ensure it. 9. Portable oxygen concentrators. Breathing made reliable. When the power goes out, most people worry about food, heat, and light. But for seniors with respiratory conditions like COPD, emphysema, or chronic asthma, the most critical loss isn't electricity, it's oxygen support. A power outage that shuts down an oxygen machine isn't just inconvenient. It can become life-threatening in a matter of minutes. That's why a portable oxygen concentrator, POC, with backup power is an absolute necessity for vulnerable adults. Many seniors rely on stationary oxygen concentrators that plug into the wall. When the power fails, these machines stop working immediately. While backup oxygen tanks can provide temporary relief, they have a limited supply and can run out quickly during extended outages. If emergency responders are delayed, the gap in oxygen support can lead to severe health complications or worse. Portable oxygen concentrators are a game changer. These lightweight, rechargeable devices extract oxygen from the surrounding air, providing a continuous supply as long as they have power. Unlike tanks, they don't run empty, making them ideal for long-duration blackouts. Modern POCs are small enough to carry in a bag and come with multiple power options, including car adapters, battery packs, and solar chargers. This versatility ensures that seniors can maintain their oxygen therapy even when the grid is down. Preparation starts with choosing a reliable POC that meets your specific oxygen needs. Consult your doctor to ensure the device is compatible with your prescription flow rate. Keep multiple batteries charged and ready to go, and pair the concentrator with an emergency power bank or small solar generator for extended use. Store the device in an easily accessible location, not tucked away in a closet or hard-to-reach spot. Regular testing is essential. Make sure the POC is functioning properly and practice swapping batteries to avoid stress during an actual emergency. Noise levels can also be a concern, especially for seniors who are sensitive to sound or have trouble sleeping. Choose a model that operates quietly without compromising performance. The benefits of a portable oxygen concentrator are life-saving. It ensures that seniors have access to steady, reliable oxygen support even when the power is out. This means they can breathe easier, move safely around their homes, and maintain their independence while others scramble for help. In survival situations, nothing is more essential than air, and a POC guarantees that it's always there when you need it most. Blackouts don't wait for you to be ready. They strike without warning, leaving you to face the cold, the dark, and the unknown. For seniors, the stakes are even higher. Slower circulation, reduced mobility, and health vulnerabilities mean that every degree of warmth, every ounce of light, and every moment of preparation matter. The 9 survival items we've covered: rechargeable hand warmers, thermal curtains, compression socks, voice-activated lights, insulated window covers, battery-powered fans, spare keys, motion sensor lights, and portable oxygen concentrators aren't just nice-to-haves, they're lifeline. Each one is designed to address a specific challenge seniors face during blackouts, from staying warm and safe to ensuring mobility and access to critical resources. The best part, these tools aren't complicated or expensive. They're simple, effective, and easy to prepare in advance. The key is to act now before the next storm, freeze, or grid failure leaves you scrambling in the dark. So take the time to build your blackout kit today. Test your devices, stock up on essentials, and make sure everything is within reach. And if you found this guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more practical tips to keep you and your loved ones safe. Because when the power goes out, it's not luck that keeps you safe, it's preparation. Stay ready, stay safe, and stay in control.